Hello and welcome to the 73rd episode of the Gochuucast. And today we have an age-old classic, the Gochuucast. Take a look at the previous season and then forward to the future season. Today we got good old summer 2023, and I'm going to let one of you two start it since I have 10 quadrillion shows.
And quadrillion? I think that might
As always.
I might be underestimating it.
Underestimating.
Dom 100 is not done yet. That's been talked about a lot. So
Yeah, indefinitely delayed.
indefinitely delayed. So it's like half done, but eventually it'll actually finish. By now most people know about everything with it. It's been good when it's aired, but
Yeah,
it's
they're
had
not like
problems airing.
sacrificing quality to get done, but
Yeah.
it has led to the 86 Part 2 dilemma, in which they have no more show slot time.
Yeah. So at
Oh,
some point
right, yeah.
that'll finish. I hope, honestly, I kind of hope that they just take the time to finish the last episodes and then just like hot drop them all.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes I forget that these shows actually air on TV. Like that's a thing.
Yeah, they're all like.
Wait a minute, it's show slot time. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Wait, so what do they do? Like, when does it like broadcast? Just like
They have to find a new time.
Yeah,
I
Like,
guess
because the new season is coming in, so you can't
right.
like.
Yeah, of course, something will replace it. Yeah,
that's
makes
what
sense.
happened with it was 86 Part 2. Dress Up
Yeah.
Darling took its spot, I'm pretty sure, into the TV slots, so they had to wait until like March.
Holy, okay.
people buy those spots much farther ahead of
course,
time.
Yeah. So yeah.
Hopefully that can get
Bug
finished.
Film's
How many
first
episodes are left?
3, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's, not that many, but
Which is crazy to think about that it got that far behind.
Yeah.
Even farther behind than 86 got. Only by a week, but it's just and even then, like, even outside of the indefinite delays, it had more problems than 86, because even at least 86 always got to air on time on the streaming side. I've like it gets delayed by 1 day every week for streaming specifically. It's so odd. I don't know.
Which is a really weird problem to have, and I'm kind of curious why. But
I wonder if they get it to TV, but they're not able to like send it over to the streaming platforms to like on time for like the normal air times for streaming, and so they're like, okay, we'll give it to you like later, and then you can air it tomorrow or something. Because obviously, like in Japan they air it earlier, but like a Crunchyroll maybe it'll be like 4 hours later, and that's so they can get their subtitles in and shit. And so maybe they have, I don't know. I'm just throwing darts at a board that I can't see, so yeah, it's on 100. Unfortunate situation.
There's a few other things that aren't finished for less unfortunate reasons. Spellblades has a couple episodes left.
Yes.
Helk and Rurouni Kenshin are 2 core, so they'll be bleeding into next season. JJK is 2 core.
Yes, it's still going right now. It's
JJK is one of the weirdest release schedules because they did the freaking
they did Hidden Inventory for 5 episodes, and then they took a 3-week break, and then they went into Shibuya for now. It will be 18 episodes, which like it makes sense because
it does make sense. It's just odd the way that they did it.
They're trying to. I mean, it helps differentiate the arcs a little bit, I guess, and it also helps the fact that they have a dog shit schedule to begin with, and they're animating one of the most highly sought after anime right now that already has a very high production quality, and they're animating the most anticipated arc in that series. So yeah, there's still a lot going on there. It's a good season. This is the peak of JJK content, in my opinion.
I agree with that. I do think current manga arc is almost good.
I need to see how it all finishes up.
For me. Yeah, exactly. Like the way they tie it all up, it could sell it for me, or it could ruin it for me. But otherwise, I think this current arc that they're starting is probably my favorite. I also think that's, as much as there's no real objective opinion for manga arcs and anime arcs, I would say this is pretty close to objectively the best arc.
Like where the anime is, not the manga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the anime, yes.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Rurouni Kenshin's been good. I'm excited for the second core.
It's not like a show I dislike or anything. It's like entertainment each week, and
Yeah,
I don't think about it much after or before. Just watch it.
it's a good episode. I enjoy it. It's interesting because I don't know, because it's older. Sometimes like some trope will happen, and I'm just kind of like, I wonder if that trope originated with Rurouni Kenshin or if it's just a trope. You know what I mean?
What's an example of one of those kinds of trips?
I'd have to think. It's
Yeah.
always
Okay.
big stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what originated because I feel like at that point, at least in Japan, was it 1996, right? That was the original.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, the
Well,
history,
yeah. The
yeah, the
manga's
history of anime is like
94.
relatively robust at that point, right? Like, I mean, I feel
Uh,
like
ish.
in
I
Japan,
mean, yeah. It's hard to say because shonen history, there's like a few things before this, but it depends. And that's
yeah,
kind of why it's an interesting question because
it was
Rurouni
definitely
Kenshin
different.
kind of in that conversation of shonens that inspired a lot of current things.
Mhm. Yeah, that makes sense. And
So
also, the hairstyles too are like they're definitely 90s. That's for sure. They definitely
I think,
feel that way.
yeah, I think the new animation style has sold me a lot more on a lot of the hairstyles.
Yeah,
Um, but it's also
yeah. When I
new
saw the
animation
trailer, I mean,
is
like, yeah,
nice.
the hairstyles look definitely old, but like it works. Yeah, I guess. Um, so yeah, especially the main character, the redhead. That guy is like, bro. That's just like that's like peak like
Mm,
90s like anime hairstyle, dude. I love it. I actually love it. But yeah,
that's Kenshin.
definitely looks different. um, so yeah.
I didn't watch much of Helk. I watched like 6 episodes or so.
I'm caught up
I've
to it
heard
right now.
mixed things. I
Uh,
thought it pretty solid myself. I've heard manga people. Is it light novel manga? It is manga.
manga.
Heard manga people haven't particularly liked this adaptation,
I think
but I
more
thought it's fine.
a more resident Helk fan has, I think, only complained about like the animation quality and stuff. It's like
Hmm.
it's pretty stiff, and I understand it's not like a great adaptation.
Hmm.
Uh, but I think there are worse. There's certainly worse out there.
I would agree with that.
It's just fine. Like you probably wouldn't get much out of uh doing either anime or manga. It's like basically probably same experience, except one you get to do your own pace, and then the other one has like the colors, voice acting.
Hmm.
Story is like not that much different from the manga. Like they didn't
I
depart
don't,
too
not that
far
I know of. He know
compared to. I mean,
yeah, I
yeah.
brought it up
I think if
during
anything,
my stream. He
the
didn't say
only
anything.
yeah, I think if anything, the only thing he said story wise was that it's a difficult adaptation to do,
Mhm.
and that it's being pretty faithful to the adaptation. It's just not the easiest adaptation to begin with,
Yeah,
which I
Makes
guess I
sense.
could see. Um, I also mentioned Spellblades as things that are kind of continuing. Spellblades only has a couple more episodes, but
yeah. It is the awkward like 15 episode runtime.
I think Spellblades, um, probably my second favorite thing I've watched this season.
It's my favorite
I want to say,
new thing. I'd say.
yeah, like non-continuing, because I think the
I think.
bit I've
The,
seen of JJK, so I only watched up to like I watched the 5 episodes. I didn't watch past that,
yeah,
but what I've seen of JJK is great. But I always feel like continuing stuff, especially huge stuff like that, I kind of put in a different category almost to the new stuff.
yeah.
Wait, why are
I'm
they
also
15 minutes? What
No,
happened?
no, they're 15
15
episodes.
episodes. Yeah.
Oh, oh yeah. I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Um, Fate Strange Fake is also listed as this season, and I think that's technically true.
I
But
counted it as this season.
similarly, yeah, I'm not really counting that when I say Spellbait's my second favorite thing this season because it's just kind of a special I watched 3 months ago, and it's
Yeah,
Fate. So, I'd say the Bandori is probably my favorite. Shocker.
Big
But it was
shocker.
really good.
Yeah, I would
Like, I think this
say
might be the best Bandori season potentially. There's some competition there, but
yeah, a lot of people seem to like it. I've seen some things on Twitter about people praising it. It'll be interesting to see how Spellblades wraps up. So I feel like so we just like started volume 3, I think, with the last episode. I thought volume 1, the adaptation for their like volume 2 or whatever, was kind of weak. Well, at least for a few episodes. I feel like episodes like 1 through 8 were good, and then it like
mm,
really fell off a cliff for like 9 through 11, and then we're like kind of like back to square zero or square one with the episode that just happened. So I'm assuming they're probably saving it for like the finale, like their maximum effort. Because I know, because like in the volume 1 stuff, like we had episode 4 and 6 both had pretty strong
mhm,
production quality with the action, and even I don't know what episode it was, probably 8. Just whenever Oliver was fighting the goober in the labyrinth for like the coin
yeah,
challenge thing,
yep,
it wasn't like hyper insane animation, but like the direction and the cuts made it feel like clean.
good,
Yeah,
yeah,
but we haven't really gotten that with uh, the fights that like just happened. They were kind of
yep.
rough, but we'll see how it ends. I still have the novels to be read regardless, so I'll be doing that whenever
I definitely
this
think it's
ends.
one of those series that has me captured more by the story than necessarily like because I'm the type of person that I'll notice bad animation and I'll notice really good animation, but like kind of mediocre stuff I don't really even register because
Yeah,
it's not something I pay a ton of
Yeah,
attention to.
sure. Me too. Yeah.
that's probably the anime's like biggest weakness in the eyes of people is that it has a very like standard anime look. I guess is the best way to put it. Like, especially if you compare it to the light novel art. I think it maybe could have benefited from being a sharper kind of thing. Like if you compare it to like Horimiya, for example, segue into that a little bit. I think uh, maybe that more uh, sleek, real look would have done better than like the one that they went with. But
I can see
I,
that.
I mean, it's 15 episodes. Like it's a difficult production.
Yeah,
Uh, I think they've done fine generally, even if
they've
it's
done
not like
some really cool stuff too, which I appreciate. Even if it means that it also has some rough moments, there have been moments where I've been like kind of popped off.
yeah. The director's known for like kind of incorporating 3D environments into his action sequences or whatever. And we've got, I mean, that was like the big thing with
Got that. Yeah.
episode 4 and 6.
Yep.
But it was good. Um, I'll just let you all
Out.
finish up whatever you all
Oh, I
want,
haven't said
so
anything because
I can just go down the list.
yeah. The two shows I saw, they were on the opposite sides of the spectrum of like good and bad. Start with the bad. Well, I say bad, but like it wasn't like so bad that it was unwatchable, but it was bad enough where it was like hard to watch. I watched Sweet Reincarnation, which I think I mentioned a few episodes back, but like I'd stopped for a while and then I'm like, well, I might as well finish it. Uh, it was I don't know. I guess it's like a lot of isekais where it's like a lot of it is in the appeal of like the fantasy and like the magical powers and stuff like that, but like not much really happened in the story and like
Hmm.
it was like very tropey at some parts and I don't know, it was just kind of whatever. Like it's fine.
Did you
Uh
learn how to make pastries?
no, there wasn't actually that much. I mean there was some but like not too much. It was mostly like a I mean I guess it's true for like a lot of these shows, but like it was mostly a plot device, I guess, kind of. Um
Interested.
yeah, I mean it really yeah, it was just like very plain. I don't know. It's just for me, like I need something, and that's like segueing into the second one, which I watched, but like I need something to like keep me going. You know, I need something like really compelling, like suspense and like drama, like
Hmm.
insane stuff. And that's exactly what Link Click season two. Right? I know I've said it 5 times in the past 5 weeks or whatever. I don't care. That show is insane. Like I think it's like the number one on Analyst right now. I think it's like the top rated anime. Like,
It's top like O and
Maybe.
A, I think.
Yeah.
is it okay? Well, it said yeah. Okay, maybe if it's
Well,
classified as
so
that.
yeah, it puts the rankings as what it's classified. So,
Oh, gotcha. Okay, okay.
like if you go to a
Shoot. Yeah,
movie
you're
or
right. You're right.
movie
It is. It is.
ranking,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Well, I mean, it's so good that I wouldn't like even be surprised if it was like very high if it were classified as anime. I mean, not number one, but
I mean,
like
87% still very good,
yeah.
even if it's not
Well,
like
exactly.
beats like the top stuff. But
Yeah, and the worst part is the only bad part is there's a cliffhanger or like
oh no,
I guess like um how should I word it like something that happens in the last episode that causes fan speculation, I guess, is like, an open end, right? Like that's kind of like not a cliffhanger necessarily, but like an open end and like people speculating about, fan theories and stuff like that. And that's like the painful part because we don't know, at least I don't know when season 3 is going to come out, supposedly not for a while. But like if you like shows like I guess like the closest thing I can think of is like Steins Gate or like Erased. Um those kinds of like
then this
mystery thriller kind of shows, I guess. Like, yeah, it's like unbelievable. Like, I don't know. I could talk about it for like. I'm sad that I'm the only one who's seen it, but like, it's that good. So yeah, despite Sweet Reincarnation being not good, this was like definitely
yeah,
the
almost
highlight.
said
Like,
the
it's
word.
just so good. Unbelievable show. Unbelievable show. So yeah.
I guess
Uh,
if we're doing the non-Daniel shows real quick, I should also
sure.
mention the villainous anime of the season. Um, Most heretical last boss queen from villainous to savior. It was pretty good. I think for some reason over the last few years, I've started watching a lot of these villainous anime, even though I don't particularly feel drawn to the genre. Just somehow that kind of happened. Um, and this is probably one of my favorites. Maybe like top 3 or 4.
So what kind of show
I
is it
guess
actually?
it's
Just
basically the villainous genre is essentially person is isekai, but it's
okay.
isekai into like a game most of the time that they used to play, or a story, or something like that,
Okay.
as the villainess of the story.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I
Like
mean that
in
makes sense.
they're
Yeah,
reincarnated in that character.
yeah. I had seen
That
a lot of shows with that kind of name, but I didn't know it was like. I mean, yeah, that makes
yeah,
sense.
that's basically the normal framework is character is revived in favorite uh dating game
Mhm.
of lots of hot dudes, but they're in the villainous revived and not like the heroine. And
Okay, so they're not the protagonist. Well, I mean, they are the
yeah,
protagonist, but they're not the good guy or whatever. Right? Yeah, that makes
yes,
sense.
exactly.
Okay,
And
cool.
then from that, there's a lot of variations of what they could do. In this case, the whole gimmick is that not really a gimmick, but she's like a really good person, revived as a villainess. So then she keeps just being a really good person,
Okay,
but
it's
then
hard to be a bad
also
person. Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay, it's an interesting
Which
dynamic.
I say gimmick, but it's not really a gimmick because that's usually how they go. She's just like it's kind of more pronounced in this, I guess is how I would say.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I guess if
Um,
you transport like a villain and like an actual bad person into like the
yeah,
role of a villainess, I guess it doesn't really make sense. So yeah, that makes sense.
this one is pretty good though. There's like some slight sense of magic, but it's more of like some people are born with magic, some people aren't type of thing, not just like world of magic and swords. So there's a bit
Gotcha.
more
The
nuance.
Muggles.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Um, I sorry, Spellblades has ruined every Harry Potter reference imaginable for me because the person I watch Spellblade with cannot stop mentioning freaking Harry Potter every second of the show.
Wait, how similar is it to Harry Potter? Like, what for what reason?
the magic school.
Well, I mean,
Admittedly,
that's it. Yeah, that's it, right? I mean,
I mean, they have
admittedly,
like the brooms and shit
there
too,
is
but
okay, fair enough. Yeah.
yeah, admittedly there is quite a few references, or maybe not references, but similarities.
I
Uh,
still think it's pretty fun. Not that I've actually never seen any Harry Potter, but I still think it's
Wait, you've actually never seen one?
maybe as like a small kid. I watched one that had like werewolves in
Dude,
it or
that's
some shit.
insane to me. What the hell,
I just I don't particularly care for the franchise.
bro?
Um,
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I guess.
but I think that's everything I've watched that Daniel's not going to talk about. I want to say Yohane, but um, Yohane is the same thing. It's really good. I'm actually kind of having a lot of fun with how goofy and different the story is from Sunshine and the characters. But it's kind of just like a have fun, not really a shitpost story, but almost a shitpost where it's just like, yeah, we're fucking around and just enjoying ourselves, I guess.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, Daniel, the floor is
Yeah.
yours.
You can pop off.
I see. Okay. Well, let's just start from the top of what it's showing here. Already talked about JJK. Mushoku Tensei Season 2. It was good.
I have not gotten to watch very much, mostly because my group watch is with a European and someone who works third shift. We've all watched season 1 together, so we've been trying to watch season 2 together, and as you can imagine, that's not particularly successful.
Yeah. It was good. I think definitely the weakest Mushoku arc so far, I'd say.
I've heard that the arc in the source material is not considered particularly strong either, so that checks out.
It's like, it definitely hurts that they started off, like, rushing through, like, the first few episodes of content.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it was a fine arc, and I think the ending is definitely the highlight, like the last few episodes. It serves as a very foundational piece. I think that's fine. That's what a lot of season 1 was as well. The difference between this and season 1, though, is the production quality was considerably higher. Maybe not considerably, definitely noticeably impacted by the loss of people. I rated it the same as season 1, but if I were to even further dilute my, what's it called?
Those.
Yeah, it'd be like 8.5 versus like 8.7, maybe. I think the content is still relatively strong, and there's definitely a lot of interesting things in there, but it's definitely like setting the groundwork for what's to come in the next core. Which hopefully, maybe now that Onimai is done, some of the staff maybe could go back over to whatever.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see some returns for Core 2. Moving on, talk about Zom 100. I said it for like 0.5 seconds, but Horimiya piece exists. Just more Horimiya, not much to say there. It was funny. Crunchyroll released a watch guide for Horimiya, and it's like, you watch episode 1, but then for episode 2, you watch Horimiya Peace episode whatever for a few minutes.
I saw that. I saw that earlier, and I was like,
"What? A few minutes?
Yeah, hold on. Let me grab this. It's so funny.
It was like 4 pages of like minute timestamps and
this is the chronological watch order of Horimiya versus.
I'm out, bro.
It's absolutely crackhead.
Yeah, you watch all of episode 1, but then episode 2 you watch for 9 minutes, and then you go watch 10 minutes of Horimiya the Missing Pieces for 11 minutes, and then you go back and you finish episode 2.
I'm out, bro.
Then you watch a good amount. Then you watch a good amount of Horimiya, but for some reason you watch shuffle episode 3. What's going on there?
So you start episode 3 for 13 minutes, but then you have to skip a few minutes to 17 and to the end. Yeah, and then you watch the part that you skipped after. It's so damn dumb.
I can understand like having to watch different series in a specific order. Like I get that with the big multiverse and stuff.
This definitely isn't worth it.
Stopping midway through an episode to swap to another series episode is like, that's too much.
Beyond that, I do think the goofiest part is watching 12 minutes, then skipping 5 minutes, and then going back to what you skipped after you finished it.
So I understand this up to the point where you finished episode 12 of Horimiya.
Yeah.
Well, no, not quite to that point. There's one more weird. There's a missing piece segment in the middle of that. But what I don't understand, you posted the exact thing.
Yeah, dude,
after that, I'm watching a minute and a half of episode 8, from 12 to 15 of episode 7, 14 to 20 of episode 4, and then 16 to the end of episode 9, and then I'm going back to Horimiya 8.
Dude, it's so funny. It's because they didn't like chronologically like adapt the chapters or anything afterward.
Yeah.
They just started throwing side stories together.
Sure,
I-
but
It's so
I mean,
funny.
It's
Obviously you don't have to do this. This is chronological though. That's like
yeah,
the only thing. It's definitely not worth it. This isn't like I think you can like technically do some of that with like the Tuaru world, but generally you could be like season 1 of Index, season 1 of Railgun, that type of stuff,
they
which is
definitely tell you
more
to do stuff like
doable.
this with Tawaru.
I think there is like
But
something
even that,
similar, but this is more extreme, I think.
yeah, I think this feels more extreme, but it might not be because I feel like Tawaru was mostly episodes. Like there was a couple timestamp things, but it was mostly just like watch episode uh X to Y of Index, and then go to Railgun, couple
Yeah,
episodes, something like
it's a
that.
little goofy. But moving
Um,
off.
yeah.
My Happy Marriage, it was good. I think maybe the second half is a bit weaker than the first, but that's fine. It was pretty good production quality. The least happy marriage that ever happy marriaged, but I'm sure we'll move
Wait,
past that in
so
season
you're
2.
saying it's bait,
unhappy
not
marriage.
happy marriage?
My happy marriage turns into my family's abusive, and now I'm out of that situation, but there's still problems afoot, and so it's like,
I see.
That
yeah,
sounds like a good title. I like that.
it will become a happy marriage eventually. They are a happy.
Gotcha.
They are a good couple. The situation surrounding them not very happy. It gets a lot
Um,
into like it's interesting because it's set in like whatever era of Japan, but it also has like supernatural elements to it, which like enhance the political stakes, I guess. And
okay.
so there's a lot of moving pieces. It's like Cinderella if the prince could like blow shit up.
Okay.
uh
That's funny. None of us watch Bleach, but I just see Bleach next to it. I've heard that people have been popping off about this Bleach season, so shout out to that.
yeah, I don't watch Bleach, but good for them.
One day I'll watch Bleach.
Next up, the girl I like forgot her glasses.
I dropped this shit. I'll say it up front.
I've finished it. I don't know. Read the manga. Like the animation. Well, the art quality is fine. Animation, depending on if you like funny angles and stuff.
Does it get worse as the
No,
episodes go on?
it like peaks in episode 1, I'd say.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I think
wait.
yeah. The animation wasn't necessarily the issue for me as much as I just could not stand
The
the
main
main
character.
character.
Mhm.
Which people have said is way more way
He's
easier to
definitely
handle in the
worse
manga.
in this. Maybe it's just hearing his voice. Maybe we like subconsciously make him less annoying when we read the manga.
It's possible. Either way, it's I couldn't handle it. I got like 4 episodes in, and I was just like, I just don't want to watch this.
Yeah. Talking about Spellblades. Next up, we have third season of Rent a Girlfriend.
Uh-oh.
So this is like the only halfway decent arc that Rent a Girlfriend ever had, and it's all downhill from here. There's nowhere to go but down.
But this one's okay. Interesting.
Yes, this is the point where I'm like, oh my god, is Rent a Girlfriend about to be good? And then it wasn't.
Wait, why? Why
Yeah.
does it become good? You have to.
There's
Well,
like
it doesn't.
it
But it
actually
makes you think it might.
it doesn't actually become. So what it does,
Okay.
there's an arc. Okay, spoilers for Rent a Girlfriend. No one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
So Rent a Girlfriend season 3 content. So Chizuru, the main girl, so
Sure, he's
like
okay.
how her and like Kazuya like got stuck together or whatever bullshit. Their grandmothers were friends or whatever. And so in this season, Chizuru's grandmother is like on her deathbed basically.
Right.
And Chizuru's an aspiring actress, and she wants her grandma to see her in a film. And so Kazuya, the main character, does all this shit and he crowdfunds like their own like custom film, and
Sure.
and then they end up going through all this stuff, and then her grandma gets to watch it like literally as she's dying, and so it was like the literally you would
Like actually a good art.
it's
Yeah.
like oh yeah, this almost made me think Rent a Girlfriend could be good, and then it wasn't.
And then the next arc happens.
Yeah, and then
I don't know anything else. I don't know anything happens. I'm just going. The next arc happens is bait, but
It's basically the next arc. Maybe like the next arc happens, and you're like, and then the next arc after that happens, you're like, oh, I can't remember exactly because I feel, fuck, I don't remember exactly what like chapter this ends. There might be one more arc after this before like the worst arc I've ever seen, like any romance ever, but yeah, it's just this is the bait season.
Yeah.
But
Sounds like.
speaking of bad
But yeah.
romances, the Dreaming Boy is a realist. Is stupid, dumb.
I was gonna watch this, and as the season progressed, I just never started it.
It's not worth
And
starting.
at some point, I was just like, I don't think I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, the animation
Mostly
quality.
because I heard from people that it was not particularly good either.
Yeah, one, the animation quality is like probably the worst out of any show that I've seen this season. Um, like you, it
It's interesting.
even
The
just the
art
still
looks
fit.
cute, but I could see that.
Yeah, that's because they could take their time on the key visual.
Yeah.
In the anime, if this was a scene, imagine the main girl sitting in there. Imagine her like right eye was like much farther away than
Oh
not equidistant.
yeah.
Maybe it's like a little bit further up her face than the other one. It's just bad. It was really rough. Like constantly, the faces would just be drooping. It felt like, and then outside of it was like extremely average. Even outside of that, every now and then it'd be fine, but generally it's just not good. And then the the characters don't make any fucking sense at all. Like like the progression of relationships in this show does not make any sense. Um, like the whole thing is this guy's uh obsessing after this girl and constantly bothering her. And then one day she's like, "Can you fuck off?" And he's like, "You know
Yeah.
what? I will fuck off." And then
And then
it's
she'll
like
be like, I kind of wish he didn't fuck off.
it's like Stockholm syndrome. The moment he left, it's like he leaves, and she's like, "I feel like there's something missing." And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. There's no way. And people who like actually like the show, they're like, oh, he's working on himself now. How could you not root for that? I'm like, he's not working on shit. He's just solving other people's problems that he shouldn't be able to solve because he spent all of his time going after this one girl. He shouldn't have any of these people skills. It's just insane. And it's like it has the harem tag, and I wish it actually like was like a competition
Yeah.
because there's so many people in the show that would be better for him than the main girl, who is completely uninteresting for the most part. And then by the time you learn anything about her, like I don't give a fuck. I like these other characters better.
Yeah.
And it's just, oh my god, it's so damn dumb. I the and no, I think the worst part is that even after like somehow through like zero communication, like he gets into like a group chat of like two girls. It would be the one in the middle and then the one to the right, and then him specifically. I'm like, how did you get into this situation to like where you're close enough to either like the person to the right sits behind him and they like they have like quippy dialogue or whatever, but they're not. The three of them are not a close knit enough group to have their own group chat. Like, come on. I don't know. It's stupid. Anyway, speaking of stupid, we have the Vending Machine Isekai, which I don't
love
know.
that show.
Did you finish it?
I did finish it. I have mixed opinions. I think it was like I kind of expected it to be more funny, I guess I would say. More like zany is maybe the word.
Zany,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
I know Spat loves zany.
I love zany, dude. I love zany.
And instead it was more like it would have jarring moments occasionally that were like almost too far. And we've talked about a few of those, but overall I almost feel like I wanted it to be a little more goofy than it was.
Yeah. The world is pretty uninterested, I'd say.
I think that's also a bit of a problem.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
vending machine's kind of carrying
Like
the like power system, which is weird to say.
yeah, I don't know. It's just a very it's carried by the fact that he's a vending machine and that stupid shit does happen. I don't know. So I hate when it tries to get serious. It'll get serious for like maybe 2 minutes and then go back to being stupid. And I'm like, okay. And I don't like not that the voice actor for the vending machine has a lot to work with, but I didn't feel, I don't know, he felt uncanny.
I wish the vending machine would freaking talk. I know you have a different opinion of this because you're like, well, at
no,
least
no.
it's still a vending
So
machine.
I was fine with it until there are these situations. He knows he can do it. He knows
Yeah.
he can purchase the
He
telepathy
says
skill.
he can purchase the
He's
ability to talk.
he's okay. So I understand. Like,
The
so
last episode's a perfect example. He 100% could have made the
bought. Oh
sequence
my
in the
god,
last
dude!
episode easier
I'm
by
gonna
just
I'm
purchasing
just
the
gonna spoil
ability
it
to talk.
just to make
Yeah.
this. All right, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna set it up and then I'm gonna go into the what's it called. So him as a vending machine. So in this world, there are like different floors to the world or whatever, and there's a boss on each of those floors. And if you kill all of them and you gather all the coins like the Dragon Balls, then you get one wish.
Right.
And so they're like, okay, so if we all get or what you get like isn't it like 3 wishes or some shit? Actually, I can't remember.
I think it's 3. That sounds
There's
right.
3 wishes, and so these teams up these guys like, okay, we'll get some wishes, and then you'll get your wish. And everyone's like, oh my god, you should just like turn yourself into a human. And while that should be the obvious choice, he's like, fuck, maybe I'm like really useful to everyone as a vending machine, and I don't want to like lose that. Which, you know, what you could do is give yourself the ability to transform between human and vending machine, but that's too simple. So he has to brood over it. And
He
so
also during that same sequence mentions
mentions
that, like,
the telepathy, and it's like,
yeah,
I don't want to get the telepathy because then I'll be like, for somehow
But
that
you-
makes him not useful as a vending machine.
Yeah.
Like, dumb, it makes you infinitely more useful because you can actually explain the stupid shit that you turn into. Anyway,
instead
and it comes back.
tell them stuff. He just has to say canned lines,
Yeah.
and
So
they have to figure it out.
in the final episode, a couple people get hit by a strong attack from, well, not even strong attack. They got fucking choked out basically by this insane enemy that they're going to fight later, and the only reason they didn't die to him is because he just fucked off for fun.
Yeah, at some point he was like, "Can't wait to see how strong you guys become." Classic.
The classic. But so they're not like their hearts aren't beating. It's like, oh, so I'll turn into a AED machine because like technically it's a vending machine. You can open it and use the item. I don't know. Anyway,
We've been taking a lot of liberties. With what
there are
is a
definitely some
vending machine
liberties on what
also,
is a vending
so-
machine. Because it's not like you have to pay for the AED. I don't think. But he's like, oh fuck, they can't tell what the fuck to do with the AED. And so instead of buying, you know, telepathy and telling them what to do, he buys telekinesis and does it himself. I'm like, you gotta, come on, man. Just buy the fucking telepathy. It's gonna be so much easier for everyone moving forward. And so if you run into, like, a different situation where you need someone else to do some shit, then, whatever. It was dumb. Anyway, we talked about Rurouni Kenshin. I haven't started this next one. It's the second part to the second season of Devil's a Part-Timer. Not looking forward to that one. But
I'm
probably,
kind of surprised you haven't started it yet, but
yeah, I'll have to
I don't blame you.
hard, but it's just like not. I'm 11 episodes behind. You know, just don't want to start it because I know I'm not gonna like it. Speaking of things I didn't like, Classroom for Heroes is dog shit. I knew it was gonna be dog shit,
Dog
but
shit.
at least like in the manga version, I think it's a light novel, but I read the manga version a long time ago. It had uncensored titty in it. I'm like, maybe we'll get that in the anime. We didn't get that. It's
That's your motivation.
I mean, fair.
This guy, dude.
I respect that.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes
Sure.
you gotta look for the little things in life. It was still very
Oh my
like
god. Okay, sure.
still very etchy, I guess, but I don't know. It's like that's show's entire identity. I think the main girl with the red hair, every single episode, had her clothes removed in some capacity. It was honestly quite impressive how consistently they were able to
How
do it.
like
Uh,
clockwork.
Yeah, literally clockwork. Like if it didn't happen in the episode, then like maybe you missed a scene or something. Well, actually, we guess we didn't talk. Well, we probably talked about Strange Fake when we talked about
We've talked about it.
Yeah, we talked about it.
We've definitely talked about it multiple times. I mean, as a reminder, if you like Fate, this is really good. If you don't like Fate, this still might be pretty good because this is a little different from a lot of the other Fates. But good quality season coming up soon. Watch it or don't watch it.
Talked about Helk. Next one is one that you and I have different opinions on, and that is the Ryza anime. I didn't like it.
I was gonna say I don't know if we have different opinions as much as like I enjoyed the story in the sense that it makes me want to play the game, but I don't think the anime is good. Is how I would classify it.
Okay, I thought that if this was an indicator for the game, I'd rather go die.
What the heck?
So maybe
Okay,
we are
so
a
we
bit
do. So
opposite.
we do have a little bit different opinion.
This makes if this was like I've said it before, this anime was just if a video game tutorial was stretched to 4 hours and put into animation, and I don't know, I didn't care about the characters enough at all. I came for thighs, and thighs was all I left with. Is basically what happened. I thought the art quality was fine. Animation was like a bit like not even a bit stiff. It was very stiff. Um, and they reused her like this is like magical girl transformations levels of reuse when they every time she made an item they like play the little sequence. Uh, I don't know. Excuse to fill time, and excuse to show her ass up close.
The
Uh,
thighs. I think
not even
that's
just the thigh, like the backside of the thigh. Like, dude, those shorts they should be done. They're cooked. Like, there's no way those things are actually holding up. It has to actually like literally just the way that it squeezes down. It has to like have just marks burned into her
Yeah,
skin. There's
she has to have such like bad marks all
that
over.
cannot be comfortable. But yeah, I was not interested in what was occurring at all.
That's fair. I respect that. I think you said it well. It feels stretched out, which at least gets me interested in the game in the sense that I wonder if I would be more excited with gameplay happening and not getting like 10-minute anime sequence of like a 10-minute game section instead, right? But I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't
I
know.
think I've only seen. I mean, I've seen videos of like the gameplay itself. I think I was like interested for a while. I was like interested in getting that game, but like I don't know. It's just not my kind of thing. But
Like I could see because I'm sure it has like maybe some kind of crafting system with the alchemy and stuff. But like
yeah,
in anime form, it just doesn't work. She's
Yeah.
like, can you make this? I'm like, yeah. Let me throw some schmickle schmorf, some peckle doof, and into this pot, and then it'll create this thing that we need. I'm like, yeah, okay. I mean, I can't like, I don't know, I can't. It's just I just didn't feel like it worked in anime format, and I hope it never gets another season for my sake. Well,
That's fair.
maybe a new season because they can actually like maybe like go somewhere now.
Do
I don't know.
something. Yeah. This might be like the worst part to have a season of because this is all the setup.
This is literally the tutorial. Actually, the tutorial. I don't know. Anyway, moving on to something I did like. Was Saint Cecilia Pastor Lawrence. I liked more than I thought it would.
I
I think
actually enjoyed it quite a bit too. I still have a few episodes, not too many, but I binged like 7 or 8 episodes of it at when I caught up because I started mid-season.
yeah.
It's cute. It's
I
comfy.
think this might be the most dense protagonist I've ever seen though.
That could be true. He's pretty bad.
Like I think I'm fine with it because I like everything. Like I like all the characters and stuff, and I like their interactions. I can deal with this for right now. Um, there's a line there's a line in the last episode that even like Cecilia's like, okay, you just didn't, okay.
Didn't even. Yeah, that's kind of funny. I'll finish that soon. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe Friday. Maybe
Yeah, the last episode was today,
weeks.
so I just finished it today.
I knew the last episode was today. That's why I waited because I was like, I'll just binge whatever I have left sometime.
It was good though. Doga Kobo, cute anime masterclass once again, the classic. Uh,
Um,
moving on. Actually, I didn't watch this either. There's the Quince special episodes. I need to watch the movie, and then I'll watch this. I guess I
I
should have
watched
watched this first and then the movie.
I
Because
watched the movie. I didn't watch this yet. I
yeah,
might not watch this. I don't really know. Quint is like Quint is odd for me. I read the manga for Quint. It's one of like the first mangas I read, but it was also kind of just because that was a period of time where like everyone was reading Quince, and so I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's okay, I'll read it too.
I think I even read like part of it when
But
it was
I don't
popular.
even know. I don't know where like Quince stands in my like hierarchy of stuff that I read or watch. Like I just don't feel like I care too much about it, which is fine.
Yeah,
It was like fun to be a part of and participate, but at this point, I'm also like, more random specials. Do I even want to watch them? Really? I don't know.
yeah. Well, Shaft does seem like they went kind of hard on them.
That's
We'll post that there. It was definitely a Shaft anime. They got
What
like
the
they got.
heck? What am I looking at? Holy, this is
okay. Chill.
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
they went hard. I can't lie. There's another scene that was actually like wholesome, but I decided that it would be much easier to
To
find
post
this
this
one.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is funnier, bro. Nobody cares about the not nobody, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, you'd much
This is more
rather
striking.
see Nino and Miku, uh, in their movement from Shaft
Yep.
in the beach pool episode, whatever the fuck. Uh, Also, this season, near the end here, Tony Kaku's 4 OVA special thing. Just more Tony Kaku. Season 3 is going to go hard whenever that happens, one day maybe.
I'll
Which,
watch season 2 one day.
yeah, I mean, should have been watched already, but the tragedy of
I
downloading
mean,
the dub.
it should have been watched, and I was ready to watch it, and then I went to start and hear dub, and I'm like, ooh, I'm not watching Tony Kawa dubbed on the airplane to LA. So that
Modern tragedy.
backtracked us quite a bit.
Uh, and ending with a
Spy
couple of things that are continuations. We have Spy Classroom Season 2, which I really, really liked.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of surprised it's all the way down here, but I guess it probably
Well, it's like alphabetical
doesn't
order or
have
some shit.
nearly
I
as
don't know.
many fans.
Or actually, no. Is it
Is it?
popularity? I have no idea what it's sorted in by. It
I
is
have it
popularity.
as
It's popularity.
popularity. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just they fumbled season 1 pretty hard in most people's eyes, and so it has tumbled.
Yeah, I mean, being down here isn't indicative of how good something was. I'm just a little surprised with how much I felt like it was talked about for season 1. Even knowing that they fumbled season 1, I'm a little surprised that it's like under fucking level 1 demon lord and one room hero, whatever that means.
Yeah. Anyway, last thing is the second season of Mononogatari, which was better than season 1. I still didn't like it, but it was mid but watchable level this time. I don't know. This feels like it's moving too slow. Like I feel the interactions are pretty repetitive and that they don't move anything anywhere, but then like suddenly they'll just jump in terms of I thought the ending was extremely dog shit. Spoilers for Mononogatari second season. So it's like the main girl has like a god inside of her, right? And this like second half to the second season, it builds up to like the people who are trying to revive this god who's inside of her. It builds up to them getting the god out. The god shows up after the main people have like their oh no moment, and then it does one thing, and then the main character says the actual name of like the person the god inhibits, and then they just revert back. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. You gotta be fucking shitting me. This motherfucker has been here for 5 minutes. You've been building up to this the entire season. This motherfucker showed up for not even 5 minutes. 5 minutes is very generous. It showed up for like 3 minutes of screen time for this character that's supposed to be like all powerful, and then you showed doing some powerful stuff, and then they just fuck off immediately after a name call and a hug. I don't know. It was dumb. Anyway, that was everything that I watched.
And now next season.
Yes.
Yeah, let's see. Next season.
I actually have a pretty sizable list of plans, which is interesting because I have not gone through this
I
season
feel
yet.
like I looked
I probably do from
Um,
like just when things were announced, but I
yeah,
still
exactly.
definitely need to make like
I haven't actually looked at the season, so I'm sure there's a few things that'll get added over time.
yeah. I guess I'll go
I'm
with
looking through it right
I'll
now.
talk about what
I'll
I have planned
add that.
first, and then I'll go through it. So I've got Spy Family season 2, Eminent season 2, there's a Spy Family movie, but that's like
Movie,
we're not
yeah.
gonna get that for a while.
5 years.
Freerin, Doctor Stone season 3 part 2, season 3 of Tokyo Avengers. There's the Bunny Girl movie that we're not gonna get
I
that for a
love Tokyo
while.
Averages. It's so funny.
we're
The
never
best.
getting the Bunny Girl movie.
It's gonna be a while. We haven't even gotten the last movie technically,
Yeah.
like outside of like the AX premiere.
Yeah, we got the last.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you
got
guys,
it.
you guys
Yeah,
are
we
lucky.
got it. I wanted, I actually kind of wanted to talk. Well, I brought it up in my tier list stream, even though it's
Yeah.
technically a spring anime. But anyway, good movie.
But you didn't really get to say too much because
Yeah. I don't want to spoil. Faraway Paladin season 2, 100 Girlfriends, Girlfriend.
Oh, that's getting a second season. Holy
I
crap.
still
Yeah.
haven't watched all of Girlfriend season 1. But
It's
I might
okay.
try and catch up
I
to
don't
watch
know.
season 2. I don't know. I just think the designs are cute. Like,
Yeah, I do.
I know
I
that's
love the
like
art style.
I
That's
know
like,
it's such a basic reason, but like I think the designs are cute, and I liked the first couple episodes. I just never finished.
I mean, they
I
like
finished season 1, but I didn't like. It was just average.
it was like expected trash. I would absolutely like throw the blonde girl off a boat and leave her in the middle of the ocean so she can't rejoin the main
she's
cast.
whack.
That seems fair.
Anyway,
From the little I know of her, I think I
she's
might have met
she's
her.
annoying as fuck.
But
She's
that's
not
about it.
VTuber. She's just a YouTuber, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, Telepath, Arknight's second season, the esports one we talked about, Rainy Protocol or whatever.
Yeah, that was the season. I'm
went-
actually interested in that one.
I went to look at my plans, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I clicked it and saw the esports, and I was like, "Right, call that."
Yeah.
It's actually kind of hype. Previous episode we talked about that.
Yeah. I want to say that one.
The Pokemon Hokago no Breath thing. I know one episode's out of that. I haven't watched it. What is like
I
the
haven't watched
release
it yet
schedule
either.
of these? Is my question.
Does it have an actual release schedule, or is it just kind of
Wait,
when they want
Pokemon?
to
Which
release
is
I
it? The
don't.
Netflix
It's
thing or
Pal-
the other?
It's
No,
the Paldea
it's
Winds,
Paldea
not
and-
the.
Oh, okay.
It's another thing like Twilight Wings and Hisuian Snow, where they just kind of like make like a couple episode fun like Pokemon world building type of thing. And
Yeah.
they just get to like do something they wouldn't normally do.
It was like Animated Wit Studio, which is the Attack on Titan studio, at least until season 4.
So I guess, do you have anything else, or is that it?
The last thing, He's in the Eye season 2,
Oh,
baby.
you're
Let's
right.
go. I could complain about that every week. All right.
In addition to some of the things you said, I have Pluto, which is kind of a random one. At AX, I went to the panel that had
It's
Pluto
supposed to be
involved,
good.
and I liked what I heard from the panel, so I put it on my planning, and I'll probably check it out. And I have, what's the English name for this? This Kimi Zero. It's the blonde hair with like the blue.
Oh, this one.
Oh, Engi show. I will be skipping. I can't have
were-
anything like making me. I can't doom harder for medalists already, so I'm gonna skip that one.
You're right. It is Enki. So that might lead to some interesting conversations with
Yeah.
us.
Engi Graveyard.
Looks cute. That's about all I have to say. There's I'm in love with the villainess because once again I have a villainous problem apparently, but this one's
Whoa.
Yuri.
Yeah,
This
oh,
one's
yes, of course.
Yuri.
It's
Let's
different this
go.
time. The women love each other, not the other way around.
I have Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy, which I read the first volume of the light novel too. Kind of excited for it. Kind of feel like it might end up being dog shit. It feels
Studio
like a coin flip.
Passion, so I'm sure I'll see some interesting clips of that floating around.
What have they done?
So you
Just
know
to-
how Mirko is supposed to be like ghost
Oh,
comedy and not horny?
did-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
They
I'm
was
pretty sure
horny,
this novel is
yeah.
already horny, and then it gets studio.
Well, it is a bit horny. They also did Isekai Make You, which
It's horny. Yes.
interspecies reviewer. Okay, I
Yeah.
see.
Okay. Yeah. The second I heard that, I was like,
I understand.
I get it.
now. Well, good to know that that's how
They have
this
a- they
adaptation
have
is going to be.
uh,
That's
yeah, they have a specialty.
That's not the worst way to adapt this, but that doesn't make me feel the best. There's also Idolmaster Million Live, which is going to be my first Idolmaster. So fun. I'm sure this will put me into another rabbit hole of idols that was just kind of waiting for me to join it at some point. And hopefully sometime freaking soon we'll get the Kinda movie that I had to skip at AX. It was there, but we weren't able to go because instead we needed to wait in line to see the FGO panel and all of that. So, Kinda movie soon, Copium.
It's not necessarily anime, but I'm really excited about that Pokemon Concierge thing on Netflix. That
Yeah,
claymation thing. I don't know why. I think that's like so cool. Like claymation, like back in the day on YouTube. I forgot the name of the channel, but they had like it's like I forgot the name of the channel, but it was like a very old, like very, very popular channel that used to be like my childhood, or like I guess when I was like 10 or 11 or
mhm.
something. So like I have a soft spot in my heart for like claymation. I think that stuff is like dope. So I'm excited for that. And like Pokemon, I love Pokemon, so that stuff, not anime, but like anime adjacent stuff. That I'm really hyped for that. I'm actually really, really hyped for that. I think that's like the one thing I'm like probably the most excited about, and then I guess like Attack on Titan and I guess I'll watch Girlfriend. I might as well
Oh yeah,
season
fuck!
two.
I forgot Attack on Titan. I gotta do that before.
Yeah,
I
there
gotta
is
watch that shit before
one.
November.
Yeah,
I gotta
huh,
pre-write my script so I can drop the
that's
shitting
true.
on
That's
the
true.
ending video.
Timing it perfectly.
Yeah,
Trying to think what else. I don't know. I'll probably. I mean, that esports one is definitely something. I mean,
I'm
one
gonna
of
have
esports.
it's gonna be a long season for next. I have a lot of things that I forgot to put on here or that I'm continuing, and then that's like counting a bunch of new stuff I haven't even looked into.
I'm like scrolling through, and there's a few question marks, but I think mostly what I said covers most of my stuff. Um,
Yeah,
there's like a
what
few
what
interesting ones. There's
I
the firefighter anime. These these season, which I don't know if I'll watch this, but um I've heard some funny things about it.
Wait, what's that?
There's a
What's the
prequel
firefighter one called?
movie.
You mentioned it before, but like,
It's
what's it?
Daigo of Fire Company or Firefighter Daigo Rescuer.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got it. Yeah. Okay, now I remember.
This is old, I think, right?
Uh,
2020? No, that's what the
that's
heck?
pretty new.
There's so many of these. So 1995 is the original, and then there's
Oh,
also
okay, okay. It's just a remake, or no? It's a
yeah,
movie.
and
Wait,
so
what?
there's a 2020 manga that started, and
Mhm.
that's what this anime is the 2020 manga, but the movie is the original manga.
Right. Okay. Yeah. 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 I see. Okay, that makes sense.
Anyway,
What the heck?
um, kind of goofy, but could be hype. I might check it out. I might not. That one might kind of come down to luck, as sometimes with me it is just the luck of do I feel like watching some random thing at the moment I see it.
What is this Stardust Telepath show? Is this like?
yeah I mentioned that one. It's
Yeah.
I think it's a Yuri, which I didn't
Okay.
know at the time of I saw the visual when it first like got
Yeah.
shown. I'm like, that looks cool, and then I put it on the plate, and
Yeah,
I don't know what it's
I'm
about.
pretty sure a bunch of this just play bunch of us just playing this randomly when it showed up, and that's all it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like obviously all of the random um dog shit isekai genre of stuff
Classic.
that's like I'm sure I'll end up watching a few of these, but just off of arts, I'm not looking at anything and being like, "Yep, that one's getting
I'm
watched."
gonna watch the pig one. Reincarnated as a
I
pig.
need I need to binge Uma Musume season 2 so I can watch season 3.
Oh wait, the reincarnated pig one seems crazy. What the heck?
But yeah,
I like the pig. The pig is very cute. I like him.
but otherwise, for me, I don't see anything immediately. There's another Kegeno,
Another gig. Yeah.
Kegeno Kitaru, but this one's not Kegeno Kitaro. Anyway,
Yeah.
um,
Stuff I
Goofy.
forgot to have on my planning. Shield Hero season 3. Plan to watch Goblin Slayer season 2. I gotta watch the movie. Oh, wow, it's 8 days. Okay, never mind. I
There's
thought
a
it said episode
movie.
1 airing in 2 days. Yes, there's a movie. So I gotta watch that for season 2. I guess I should put the Attack on Titan thing while I'm playing in. Fuck. Let's see. Anything else I miss? Oh, this is a newer one. Apothecary Diaries. That people are gassing up a fair amount.
Well, yeah, I feel like you mentioned that.
I see that here.
Yeah.
I just looking at the promo art. I don't know if it's something I'll watch, but if people are gassing it up, who knows?
Yeah.
Usually when stuff's good and it's low
That was a lot
commitment,
light
I
novel.
end up
Okay.
joining in at some point.
Yeah, I'll probably watch Undead Unluck. It's like right below free run.
I can't wait until something that we
Oh, okay, got
totally ignore, like Berserk of Gluttony, ends up being like our goat. I don't think that one's gonna do it, but
Yeah,
I
I
always
doubt
think
it.
it's funny when we do this, and there's something that we either talked not necessarily bad about, but like neutral about, and ends up being our favorite thing, and then something that we were like hyped for ends up being trash. That's the best
You
part.
can't put too much stock in expectations. That's
I mean, I
that's the
remember,
unfortunate part.
obviously none of us knew what Bochi the Rock was going to become, but I remember
Yeah.
like the first time we started talking about Bochi the Rock, we didn't say anything bad, but we were just kind of like, I don't
Yeah, I
know.
mean, it's episode 1. Can't,
We were like,
yeah.
well,
Not even
yeah,
like episode 1, just like looking
it
at
was
it.
before,
Like,
yeah.
Looking at it, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I've had this on my play. I didn't think it got announced. I'll watch it. We'll see what happens, and then it
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
exploded
Yeah,
into
ended up being super good, yeah.
Like
mass
all of our
popularity.
conversations about it weren't negative, but they were just so neutral because we were like, I just looking at it, it might be decent or it might not.
Yeah, we didn't know
After,
anything.
yeah. Dude, never mind. After reading this synopsis or like the prompt or whatever for the pig isekai, I don't know if I want to. I feel like it's going to be super
Which
an
one?
unappealing otaku awakens in the
The
body of a pig.
Yeah, it's the pig isekai, Buta no liver.
Yeah.
I've been trying to find it this whole time. Oh, I the story of I see. The girl's cute.
Exactly. Even
I'll
if
have to
the
give
Yeah,
it.
pig is,
the guy,
even if we don't care about the pig, we have the girl.
You know what? I watched Vending Machine. I feel like this is fine.
oh,
If
Oh
I
wait,
didn't watch Vending Machine, maybe I could turn down Pig. But
she totally plans to eat him. That's funny.
yeah, that's the
I mean, that's hype.
wait. That's
Exactly.
based actually.
That if anything, that sells me more.
She's going to. I've seen this
That
once
actually
before.
sounds.
It was the ASMR dummy head thing. Wasn't actually that he like reincarnated into something different every single time.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah,
one
right.
episode he reincarnated into fried chicken and got eaten.
Based.
I'm
Well, no,
letting you
Oh,
he
know.
really?
reincarnated into a chicken and then got killed and turned into fried chicken and then got eaten.
If he stops eating a pig at any point, I'll drop the series.
I doubt that'll
I'm
Yeah, if
happen.
he
signing up.
returns back to his otaku form, then I don't know.
There's a spoiler
Also,
tag
wait.
for it. I clicked it at like a monkey, and then it just animals. It's a spoiler tag. No kidding.
I didn't realize they were doing a Digimon Adventures 2 movie. That's kind of hype.
We're gonna completely
Is
like.
Digimon worth watching? I kind of want to watch it, low key.
I like
There's a
Digimon.
lot.
I think
I know there's
Digimon's
a
a lot
lot
of
now,
fun.
but yeah,
It's just it's the same as like the Pokemon's and the Yu-Gi-Ohs, right?
sure,
Like
yeah,
there's a lot to enjoy, but you're gonna get that like kid cartoon type of
yeah. Okay,
vibe.
okay.
Based
I don't know. I always like I always watched Pokemon as a kid, but I never really like knew much about Digimon. So it's
I
like,
think
well,
Digimon has better pop-offs than Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh.
okay, fair enough.
That's
Oh,
Yeah,
probably the best way I would
I heard
compare it.
some of the recent games are like supposedly really good,
There's a
like
few really
actually
good
really
games.
good.
The Cyber Sleuth games are
Yeah, I
also
think that's what
good.
it's called. Yeah, I heard
Um,
that game is like actually good.
the what is it? Dusk and Dawn, but what's the actual? Is it just Digimon? Digimon World, Dusk and Dawn are both really
Yeah,
good.
okay, I
Those
found it.
were for the DS.
Oh,
There
okay.
was an old GameCube game that was pretty good. Um, and I don't remember what it was. Digimon World 4? Is that what it was? Yes, Digimon World 4. That one was fun. Um,
Yeah, I think
Anyway,
the one I heard about was
the
Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. That one's supposed to be like actually like really, really good. I never
Cyber
played
Sleuth is
Digimon.
really good. I
Yeah.
I love Dusk and Dawn. Digimon Dusk and Dawn as a kid as well. Um, the Digimon anime is, I think, Adventures 2 is probably my favorite of the animes, I want to say. Just off, there's a few movies that are like really good also.
Okay. I had just seen it maybe once or twice on TV, so I know nothing about it. But I actually kind of want to play the game though. That Cyber Sleuth. I actually
I think it's worth.
feel like I'd like it. RPG. So yeah.
Yeah. Looking at 16-bit Sensation. It's like a game development one.
Okay.
Hold on,
16.
Like a mix between Bokutachi no Remake and, but this time it's just game development instead of art, I guess.
Wait, is this
I'll find it.
Game
oh
and
okay, never mind.
Illustrator, but
Find this. I'll find it.
Wait, this seems cool.
I did
Since the
not
year
notice.
1992. Oh yeah, this seems crazy actually. I kinda want to watch this. What the heck?
Hold on, I'll find it at some point.
Yeah, it's just
I can
16
link it.
bits.
It's 16-bit
Yeah, but now
Sensation.
I'm determined. I don't know if I've ever seen a worse promo art. This is off topic. I don't know if I've ever seen a worse promo art than the promo art for a playthrough of a certain dude's VR MMO life. Um,
I don't know if I've ever heard a worse title in anime,
Yeah, that's wait a
it's
minute.
also, I just this promo art looks like I could have drawn it. That's an exaggeration. I don't have any artistic talent at all, but this looks so low qual.
Yep, and you know what? People are still gonna watch it.
Yeah.
You know what?
It doesn't stop people.
You know what? I hovered planning for a second until I noticed how bad the art was, and then I was like, you know what? I don't have to do this.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of the faces here do not look like.
That's the problem. Like
Yeah, it's just
the
the blue one on the top. Like
blue
I
haired
don't
girl
know.
at the top, it just looks like not a
It's just
person.
off. I don't like it.
Yeah, the best drawn face is the bird, and it's like literally two dots and a beak.
Yeah, that's a bad sign.
Uh, I thought about I think this is an isekai. It's a fucking potion one. Uh,
Potion.
I shall survive using potions, but I think I've got too much
I
shit on the
I
planet to want to watch it.
I think this feels a little too. What's a nice word I can say?
Lollybait.
Yeah.
Next word.
And of course I look at it and it's like, yep, main character 22-year-old office lady reincarnated. Classic. It's just I see it art and they're all little girls and I'm like, you know what? I'm not all that interested, to be honest. But it could be cute. It doesn't have like cute art. It has like isekai art. And then I'm like, okay, I if it's gonna be a shitty isekai, but they're all like children, I'm not that interested.
Just counting out how many I even have on the planet right now, because it's gonna be a rough season for me. I think.
You're like, I don't know if I wanna I think mine's okay because a few of the things I have are like movie type things, but it also like I'll probably add Uma Musume. I'll just need to watch all of season 2 at some point in the next 6 days.
Okay, I've got 19 on there, not counting like movies. I counted the OT thing, but I didn't count like Bunny Girl movie or anything like that. Uh, fuck. If there's something that like calls to me, speaks to my heart, then maybe I'll add it.
That's kind of where I'm at. I feel pretty good with the stuff I've listed. I'm sure this will not be everything I do, especially if like Apothecary Diaries pops off. Maybe I'll add that. I want to watch Faraway Paladin at some point, but I didn't watch season 1 yet, so
Yeah, family likes it a lot. Me, more like lukewarm on it.
everything I know about it sounds like it'd be something I would like, but maybe not be my goat. Just something I'd be like, yeah, this was a good watch.
Season 2 might be
But
better for it. Who knows?
we'll see. I almost certainly will not catch up to that and Uma Musume and Girlfriend in time. So, um, I might not catch up to any of them in time. I might not watch a single episode in time. You never know with me.
Yeah. There
Um,
have been people gassing up the show called Shy. It's like superhero stuff, but
I see it, I just doesn't
The art
look
doesn't
appealing.
speak to me,
Yeah,
and I'm not
exactly.
like big on superheroes. It's supposed to be like an
I do
interesting
like
spin on it.
superheroes.
I'll see what the
Uh,
consensus is when people.
I want to look. It's a manga, 71% average score. Art looks nice. The manga art looks pretty nice. Brink of War Super. This is tough.
I'm
Maybe I'll
on.
try and drag Resh into watching this with me, and that'll be my excuse.
Oh, Shangri-La Frontier, and is also something I feel like I've seen a lot of people talk about. It's the one with that weird bird dude.
I'll put this on my planning for now. Oh, it is the bird dude.
Yeah, the
Nice.
bird
Let's
dude.
go. Love bird
Uh,
dudes. I will not be watching this, I don't believe. But the bird dude is hype. He's also
it's
ripped.
he's a very ripped bird. Uh, it's a game, I guess.
Is it a game? Oh,
Yeah,
this
it's just
like
a
it's an
game.
adaptation of an actual game.
No,
Um,
no, no, no. It's a
they're in a game.
MMO game
I
thing. Yeah.
I
Uh,
do like MMO game things, but I think I will respectfully not watch that currently.
if I didn't have so much shit, I'd be considering more of these. It's
There is a few like probably shitty isekais that I look at and I'm like I would maybe watch this, but at the moment I'm not planning to. Returner's Magic Should Be Special is sounds like something I believe this is a manhwa, right?
don't know.
Yeah. I was gonna say the title sounded familiar. It's a manhwa. Um I think I was gonna read this actually, now that I look at the art. But this is like a type of thing I would maybe watch this, but I don't. With all the things I'm planning to watch, I don't know if I will.
Yeah.
I just need to finish
Like,
Attack on Titan to get
what?
caught up. That's my number one priority.
Yeah. Uh,
That's like the highlight.
Ragna Crimson, maybe. I don't. Yeah, I'm in this. I'm trying to. Fuck, dude. I have like three maybes that I've heard
Yeah,
people like. And my. There's a slime OVA. I'll put that on there.
I'm gonna put a bunch of things on planning, and then some of them I won't end up watching. That's what I usually do. Is I put anything on planning that I'm like mildly interested in, and then if by partway through the season I don't end up watching a single episode, then it just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem right now. Is like I don't have any like borderlines. Like, uh, I don't remember how many seasons ago it was, but like the guy, like the 30-year-old guy, isekai guy,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one,
yeah.
I didn't end up watching that, even though I had it on my plan. And it's like
I
it's like
did watch some of that.
fringe. Like, do I really want to? So things I can't drop, which are all the sequels, and then there's like
Yeah,
nothing I want to drop. Um, that is new that I have, and so it puts me in a bit of a bind because I don't.
you
Man,
don't want to start
I'm like,
something.
I don't want to.
Yeah,
I think literally I started saying like, I don't want to go overboard next season. Me who had like fucking 10 billion things just off of sequels alone. Man, I need like winter 2024 to just be like a chill season. I can't take this shit right now too much. And it does look pretty chill so far, but it's only like, I mean, who knows? Actually, I don't think anything else is gonna get announced for it at this point. Probably, maybe.
yeah.
Um, it looks much more chill. I'll think I'll have an easy start to the year, and then it's all gonna fall apart probably by like spring.
That is how it goes. I haven't looked at winter at all. Solo leveling's happening. The Haikyuu movie is happening allegedly.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll be
Tomozaki
caught up
Fridays will be
on
back.
maybe I'll be caught up on Madoka by the time that movie comes out.
Yeah, speaking of
I
Madoka, I watched
I've been
Madoka.
yeah, I was gonna say I
We'll talk
want
about
to
that in
pause
like another
that
week though.
conversation because I have been feeling like watching more Madoka, so maybe I'll watch more Madoka. If I don't, we'll have that conversation next week still, but I might have something to contribute, or I might not. Who knows? There's a lot of season twos for you
Yes, there are
in
considerable amount of.
winter.
Oh, in winter? Well,
In winter,
there aren't like a lot. Like I mean, there are definitely some there. Not
there's
as
I
many as
feel
this
like there
season.
are.
This
Yeah.
season's insane. Like there are so many fucking sequels. It's actually like gonna break my whole soul. I don't know. And it's all it. There's like some sequels I'm excited for, and then there's stuff like Tokyo Revengers that I'll be watching on 4 times speed. So it's like,
Vortex Speed goes crazy. I did that for the last couple episodes of Sweet Reincarnation. No cap.
I cannot do 4 times
Dude,
speed.
I was just like,
I
bro, get me to
can't
the end.
handle
The ending has to be good,
Yeah.
bro. It wasn't, but
like I've already read Brent to Girlfriend. I've already read Tokyo Revengers. I can do 4 times speed.
yeah, fair enough.
I guess it's different because to me, if I end up in that situation, I will just drop it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's true actually.
because I'll just be like, well, obviously I'm not
Yeah,
enjoying
if you don't care
watching
enough
the
to watch it
anime.
at like, yeah, I know what you're saying.
I mean, that's how My Hero season 4 was for me. I started watching it and I just wasn't that into it, and I had already read the source material, so I was like, there's no point in slogging through this to just watch what I considered a worse version of something I've already experienced.
Yeah, I should
For me,
watch season 5 at 4 times speed because I already watched season 6, so it's like
yeah.
a little out of order.
I could potentially, if I want to catch up on My Hero, watch 5 and 6 on like a higher speed. I like lose all interest if I try and use speed up because then I can't like the whole point is not paying as much attention and just getting through it. But that just makes me be like, why am I even here?
To
Yeah.
say that you did it.
Yeah, it's true. But I
Yeah.
mean, at this point, my track record is that I don't finish things anyway. So
Dude, I feel
Yeah.
that. I feel that.
I honestly
don't
I
really.
hate the idea of going through things at a higher speed, but it's like 4 times
sometimes
speed is like a clear level of disrespect. I feel like I'm not doing this because I want to go through like I don't do like the 1.5 times speed shit. That's just like trying
yeah.
to that's just crackhead for no reason other than
Yeah.
disrespecting the material that you're watching. Like at that point,
Yeah.
there's no reason. But 4 times speed, it's a clear like
It's so much.
it's a
sending
clear fuck you. Yeah,
They're talking real fast, that's for sure. But you're
yeah.
just reading, it's speed reading at that point.
I feel like I should remove some of the things I'm not watching, like Blue Orchestra. I don't think I'm gonna watch. I'm just looking at my watching list because I'm like, I have 67 things currently
Yeah, you
listed
could
as
probably put
watching.
some
Yeah,
things on like
67? I don't know, bro. That's not realistic.
the
There's
drop the drop
there's
list.
probably a few things I never watched Blue Orchestra, and maybe I'll come back to it at some point because it's music and I do like music stuff. But
Yeah.
there's also a lot of things that I could just like finish really quickly. There's a lot of like halfway throughs.
Yeah,
There's a few things on there that probably shouldn't even be on there too.
I should go through my pause list one day instead of like starting new stuff, but man, there are things that are on here that I'm like, oh man. I'm just gonna take Higurashi and go off the thing. I watched a couple episodes of it, but it's like not the very beginning of the series. So I feel like this. I got pranked into thinking it was a remake, so I'm just not gonna count that. I'll probably watch Higurashi one day anyway, but I just don't want that there.
Like the original.
Yeah. Well, the original and then the Go is like a sequel, kind of.
Yeah,
Sort
yeah,
of.
they're like, yeah. That universe is like,
There's
it's
a lot
not
going on.
normal.
Oh
Bro,
fuck,
the
dude! I
thing-
forgot Demon King or Misfit Academy came back. Fucking damn it, dude! I don't want to watch season 2 so bad.
Don't.
Season 2's no, I will. Season 2's ass though.
I'm
And then
confused. My thing says I have 67 anime on watching, and I
So low?
only count
67?
I only count like 20 something. And I'm like, where's the rest? Did I break
uh,
any list?
I'll try and look at your
I don't think
thing.
you
I
broke it. I
guess.
think it's just
Hold
like,
on. Let me open.
It like ends at smartphone season 2 for me when I go to my watching.
Uh, social.
But like I know that there's more after that.
PK anime list. Okay, so watching 66. Then there's a fuck ton of shit here, dude. You think you just broke it?
I broke it.
It starts at Osama ranking and then goes down to Zom 100 for me.
Osama rankings funny. 21 out of 23.
Finish it,
face.
please. Just fucking finish it. Do you have any more
Um,
one episodes in here? Because I think you never watching that one episode of Hitori Bochi like actually drove me insane.
second core Spy Family. I had 12 of 13.
Jesus.
Um, what are some other good ones? Some of these are group watches. So like Yohane, for example, I'm at 8 of 13, but that's a group watch, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
That'll get finished at some point. I don't have anything egregious. I don't think. There's a lot of like
Yeah, no, the 12 out of 13 is
6 episode left
the worst
things.
one there.
12 out
12
of
out of 13 is
13.
insane.
I'll clear one up for
Next
you.
Summit,
Drop
4
Engage
episodes.
Kiss.
You're right. Yeah, I'm down.
Episode 4, it peaks. You're done.
I think I never took it off because I was like I liked episode 4, and there's some other ones on here that are probably like spiritual drops, but how there's no way I've only watched 4 episodes of Oshinoko. That seems wrong.
Did
I'll
you
figure
never
that
finish?
out at some point.
Did you
I
never
know I
finish it?
never finished it, but there's no way I only watched 4. That that's I probably
Good
watched like
quality
6.
0 episodes of Demon Slayer.
Yeah, there are a few things on here that I was gonna watch, such as Demon Slayer Swordsmith, that I will probably watch at some point, but I do love some of my watchings that are 0 out of something. Most of the time I remove those eventually, but
I should clean mine.
I don't
I
know. I
have
kind of want to watch Swordsmith still. It's like an okay arc, but
I still have a
I
bunch of these I'm
I like
planning. Planning is
I
a
like
meme.
I like moderately enjoy Demon Slayer. Like it has problems, and I'm not afraid to talk about those problems, but I don't dislike it enough to be like I don't want to watch that season. Plus, I like Ufotable, so probably I'll watch that at some point. Elena Eternally at episode 1 finished.
I didn't realize you had Elena on there.
Yeah, I watched episode 1 of Elena.
That's it?
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, fair
watched
enough.
one single episode.
Oh shoot, I should update
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
Okay.
your watching list is like what I fear my pause list is gonna be one day.
It's funny. My watching list is like really spooky to look at, but some of these are like technically Pokemon Journeys. I'm like 40 episodes behind, but it depends how stubborn I am. Because I could just watch the fucking Masters 8 like episodes and like all the climax stuff and call it a day because I watched 90 episodes of this, and what am I missing in those like 30 episodes that build up? Probably a decent amount of stuff, but there's also like these FGO things are shorts, so
Wait, you actually put shorts? Okay, okay. Interesting.
well, like
Well, I mean, still anime.
yeah,
Yeah, fair
Just
enough.
gotta keep track of that shit.
Yeah, true. I gotta put the Pokemon Vacation. What was that? You know the first movie, what's that thing called? It's like the vacation where like it's only Pokemon. You know what I'm talking about? Like
I do know what you're talking about. I
the
don't
first
Like
remember what
movie.
it's called.
Before the first movie,
like
there's like a short.
Pikachu's summer vacation, Pikachu's
Yes,
winter
yes, that was
vacation.
it. Yeah, I gotta put that in. I'm putting that in right now. That goes crazy, bro. Yeah, it's this one. Holy, it's in. I think it's this Pokemon Pikachu's Vacation. Hell yeah, it's in.
Anyway,
I'll give it 100.
now that we've had the random aside of me looking at my spooky watch list, that I would like to cut into this, but I just have not been in an anime watching mode over the last few months. To be honest, I've watched some of my seasonals as like much as I can, but I just haven't really been in anime mode.
Yeah, I need Ayakashi Triangle's Blu-ray episodes to leak onto the internet so I can
Me
start
I think
watching
it's
that.
too.
kind of I think it's kind of what I'm waiting for with it too. Not gonna lie.
There's one Blu-ray change I saw that was like really like it was actually worsely censored than the
Really,
Blu-ray. But it was like
that's
one thing that would have been kind of difficult, I think, for them to uncensor anyway, I guess. One of them they definitely couldn't have done, and then the other one, yeah, I don't know. Uh, I don't know how that bodes for the rest of it though. We'll see. I didn't wait to watch as God intended, just get more censored. So
Spatula,
hopefully it's
you did
fine.
not watch FLCL during the podcast episode. What the hell?
No, I just updated it because I was looking at my watch list. I did watch episode 3, but I have not watched anything past that.
I love updating stuff during the episode.
No,
It's like
because you were like,
actually so fun.
I've seen 12 out of 13 episodes of something. I've seen one episode, and I'm like, wait a minute, I've seen more than one episode of this.
It was
But
also funny when people know we're recording and they see us updating
I
random
like
stuff
it.
and they have to like guess what we're talking about.
It's hilarious.
Obviously today's easy because we're planning a lot
All
of seasonal
the
stuff.
new stuff.
Yeah,
I like that.
but sometimes especially when we had themes, it was funny because I would be like planning or updating stuff that I had never
The
had.
whole all two of the horror.
And they would be, yeah, exactly. They'd be like, "Oh, I guess today's the rom com episode."
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that's the season next season.
Yep.
Yes. That. Yeah. I. Yeah, break for me. I feel I could add things. I'm not going to. I'm just gonna keep my list as
Don't
is.
do it, bro.
Just
If people
don't add
guess,
things until it's good. Yeah, I think your list is good. If stuff is popping off, then you could add more.
I think I'll add Ragna Crimson, and then if people gas up Shy and Shangri-La Frontier enough, then
I think I might try Shy. I put it on my planning because I do enjoy superhero stuff, and I liked the manga art when I looked at it briefly. So I may try that. I might drag Gresh into watching that with me as like a mid ground.
yeah. All right. I guess that's my list. I'm 20 strong, not counting like movies and
He's
shit.
strong.
I guess I should look at how strong I am.
Dude, I'm like 3. I'm just dude. Attack on Titan, that's the number 1 priority. I'm like 5 episodes in like season 3. Like, yeah, I gotta finish that, bro.
You
One,
got
two,
until November before you get
Yeah,
spoiled.
4, 5, 6,
yeah.
7,
But
8,
that's the number 1 thing.
10,
I'm so hyped. I'm actually so
12,
hyped for
13,
the
14.
final season, final chapter, part 2, season 2, whatever the yes name.
I'm 18, not counting movies,
18. Holy,
but like
bro.
that 18 won't actually happen.
Yeah, it won't. It won't,
What'll
bro.
probably happen will be something more similar to like 12, and then some of these will be things I either start and don't finish or just never decide to start. Because a lot of the time I'll plan things that I'm like moderately interested in. But also it's like it's more of a I plan to give it a try, and sometimes I just don't.
Yeah. I was gonna try and predict what I think I'm gonna like most and least, but I feel like it's gonna be pretty easy. I think I'll probably like Freerin the most. I think he's not anime the least.
I think based on everything I know, I'm expecting Freerin to be my favorite of the season. I think I'll probably we've already talked about Eminence because we watched the first episode. I'm excited for this season. Um, I think I'll probably enjoy. I'll obviously enjoy Idolmaster because of music. At the end of the day, unless the music sucks, I'll enjoy that. I'm expecting to enjoy the 100 Girlfriends. I've heard too much about it. I know it's not like
I think it'll be fun, stupid.
that kind of story. Yeah, exactly. I know it's like fun, stupid, but I like fun, stupid sometimes. I've heard enough about it that I'm like, okay, I'll probably like that. I hope that I like the adaptation of Demon Sword Master. Um, I just am not expecting to. I think I'm expecting to watch it and be like, yep, that's an adaptation.
Yeah. All right. Do believe that there is the end of the episode, as the end of the summer season is here, basically, except for like a few shows. But
Is upon us.
yes, it is upon us. I think technically the season already began with the dumb demon Excalibur shit, whatever the fuck you were watching, reading.
But
But I think
It's
that it doesn't come out for
complicated.
us
Yeah.
until later. But but the start of the season that anyone actually cares about soon for you in like 24 hours.
I think most of the things. Oh yeah, I guess a lot of it is like this week or next week. That makes sense.
I think I pinned. I have like a list of the air dates and stuff. I don't think anything else aired between. Okay, I lied. There's some stupid shit that airs on the 28th. Oh, dude, I saw the trailer, dude. On September 28th, a girl and her guard dog. That anime gets the more you look into the details of it, the more wacky it gets. Imagine
I love
like
their free runs coming out on a Friday because it's my day off, and so I actually should have time to watch it.
yeah, but anyway, if you want to know girl and her guard dog, just look into the details of the series. It's pretty funny. Average shoujo manga, I guess.
I feel like I'm gonna regret looking this up, but
It's not that. It's not anything.
girl.
I don't know. Imagine like do you know how Bunny Drop
Oh
ends
yeah,
or
this
Usagi
is
Drop?
so yeah. This is so shoujo. Okay, I see.
Yeah, one of those. Anyway, that's the end of the episode. If you enjoyed, then you should like, subscribe, or whatever platform you're on, do the thing that helps us. If you're on YouTube and you like to go to the audio only side of things, actually, I think I have to replace all the links. I think I tried clicking on it one time and it didn't take me to the page. So I got to replace 72 links, but I'll do that eventually. But it'll take you to our page, which will then link you to the Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. If you're on audio only and you'd like to go to the YouTube side of things, then you just have to search up Is the Order an Anime Podcast on YouTube. We're the only ones, can't possibly miss it. Every Saturday, 3 p.m. EST, a new episode without fail, unless we do. Hope to see you in another episode. Thank you and goodbye.